Right. Good morning, everybody. We're at the gym. And today I was just kind of thinking how it is very important to actually challenge yourself because I spoke about this before, but I have obviously started to do more of a hybrid training program to prepare for Hyrox. And I noticed how I am enjoying training a lot more, mainly because it's challenging. Because I found myself that going to the gym and just pushing weight and just pulling weight wasn't really doing anything for me. So obviously with that, now that I've kind of like switched my training program, I'm actually doing more hybrid and athletic training. It's tough because it's not something that I'm used to. I can go in and do a bunch of deadlifts and I'll be fine. Obviously be tired still, but nowhere near as much as after this. And I feel like it's just really fucking important to set yourself challenges and really, really just push that boundary of your comfort zone. Because I feel like that's what it was. I became very comfortable doing that kind of training. That's why it became boring. Or at the very least, it didn't really feel fulfilling. Whereas, like, I love training, I love going to the gym, I love working on myself, but training just wasn't really hitting the spot. But now I made it tougher. Now I just can't wait to get back to the gym and just do more and try more and just go for it and things like that. So, yeah, just kind of want to talk about that for a second. And then there's one more thing I want to get to. But first, the gym. Let's get training. So back home in the little den, it's actually the following day. We went out for my mother's birthday meal, so that was really nice. Went and had a big ass pizza. It was very well needed after that session because, as you could tell in the video, I was not doing too great. I didn't feel great in general. I had a headache, but the session had to be done, and I wanted to push through it. And just to kind of touch back on that topic of pushing yourself and just getting out your comfort zone and just getting it done, man. I feel like whenever people rely on, feeling okay or, oh, I don't feel like doing it today and things like that, they never actually manage to get anything done. Because when you rely on external things like that, your progress just becomes less and less and less and less. And eventually you just think, oh, what's the fucking point? Because you don't do it enough or you don't go and put enough time into it in general. So I think it is very important to push yourself in situations like that. Because although I didn't feel great in the moment, when I finished with that workout, I had this huge sense of relief. And I just kind of felt that was awesome. I managed it, I smashed it, and now I have 100% earned that big fat greasy pizza. And I feel like people need to keep themselves more accountable. For example, one of the guys at work, something popped up the other night and he couldn't go to the gym. And the gym actually closed at I think he said 8 p.m. So after he put the kids to bed, we went for an hour walk at 8:30 because that's just when he had the time. Going for a walk at 9:30 for an hour, I think he said, when you have work the next day, I can't imagine most people would be able to do that. But he did. And he felt better for it. He always says how much he loves walking and going to the gym because it makes him feel better. He's only just beginning his fitness journey. He's not been doing it for a long time, but every time he goes, he says how good he feels. So clearly, there must be some sort of correlation between doing difficult shit and feeling good. I feel like people who just constantly avoid difficulty become weak, physically and mentally. I feel like we require that challenge as humans. We need that difficulty. I mean, our ancestors are watching us from up there thinking, my guy's just sat in his room, music on, working on his laptop. I had to chase a gazelle if I wanted to eat dinner. You know, obviously back in the day, I know it was very different, but still, I feel like we need to voluntarily look for difficult things in order to grow, to expand ourselves. So many people hate studying and tests and exams, but when they are done, you have this massive sense of relief and you feel better about it because you smashed it, you've done it now, it's over. Obviously, how much effort you've put into that, well, that's kind of up to you. But I do believe that people put way too much emphasis on the cost of said action, such as going to the gym, takes effort and time, and not enough emphasis on the things that it will do for you, such as feeling better, looking better, having more energy, people complimenting you, actually being able to get up the stairs without fucking losing your breath, playing with your children, meeting up with the boys for a kickabout. There are a lot more benefits, there are a lot more rewards than there are costs when it comes to working on yourself and improving on yourself. Don't get me wrong, they are difficult. I'm not saying it's easy, but a sacrifice this size gets you a reward of this size. All these instantaneous things, all this instant gratification you can have and find everywhere, well, the sacrifice is practically non-fucking existent. But a lot of times the reward for them is also pretty non-existent itself. It's just in the moment. It's just then. It just immediately makes you feel nice. And that's cool and all. Sometimes we all need it. Sometimes we all need to just fucking lay in bed and have a little scroll on TikTok. But that's sometimes. I generally feel like people just use that as an excuse a little bit too much. Maybe my view is a bit too harsh. Don't know. If you disagree, leave a comment. I'd love to have a little debate with you. But I do believe that this approach will make you tougher and will make you just have the ability to tackle more shit in life. So that's my yap session for today. I suppose this vlog, once again, hasn't really been all that much. My weekends have been absolute mayhem. If you care or not, that's up to you. You can obviously scroll off the video now if you wanted to, but yeah, there's a lot going on. Working full time, posting every single day, creating posts every single day, doing 2 videos a week on YouTube, currently looking for a new house, training for a Hyrox, which is currently 5 sessions a week, soon to be 6, eating healthy, getting enough sleep, getting my reading in. It's tough. It's tough right now. But I know for a fact that I'm going to keep this up and I'm going to come out better for it. Right now, some days fucking suck ass. And they're just so hard. They're just difficult. And it's hard to stay on top of everything. But I'm following my systems. I'm following my plan and not my mood. And I'm just chipping about it. And I just believe in the process. And I know eventually it's going to all pay off. And I am going to come out on the other side with a big ass fucking smile on my face, knowing I didn't quit. So, sorry to make that about myself. A little bit selfish, but maybe motivates you. Obviously, I know a lot of people have a lot on their plates, and I know a lot of people fucking juggle a lot of stuff in general. I'm not saying I'm not the only one. I know that, but yeah, that's just my example. But either way, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.